I'm so excited and happy to be able to share the continued journey of Payfit into our AI internal transformation. So first, let's introduce each other. I don't think we know each other. So Payfit, we simplify payroll and HR for small businesses, and we aim at helping you and your employees grow together. And the company is around 700 people. That's going to be useful for later. And myself, Julie, I lead the product and AI ops team. Our role, our mission, is to empower Payfit to build the right product at the right time in the most efficient way possible. And today, efficiency means AI. And so we are leading the transformation and the designing of the future of work. So that's a little bit about me, but I want to know a little bit about you. So with a quick raise of hand, I'd love to know where you stand in your journey. So first, who here has like too many ideas? Like there's so many opportunities, you don't know exactly where to start your journey with. There's one hand, okay. We all went through that phase, and actually, depending on the team, we are still here too. Second is like you've built something, but you can't go past the pilot. Like it's really hard to push it to prod. A little bit more, okay. The next is like, okay, it's in production, but like no one is using it. Like they don't want to change how they work. Okay, not too many, so I guess we are all blue here. Our new teams has new ways of working. Who here? Okay. So for those people, like, take a mental picture of those blue people. Those are the people you want to spend your lunch with. So to go back to Payfit's journey, when we look back, we can see we went through like different phases. I put some name around that so we can figure out. So first, we went through the ignition. 2023, Gen AI was brand new. We started having like ChatGPT used as a shadow AI by our team. Second, the acceleration, and the last one is where we stand now, is the orchestration. So first, I'll go quickly because I think most of you already know that because that's where we were at when you met Alex last year. So we started in October, and I would say that lasted about like 9 months. And so we had that challenge. Like Gen AI was new. We knew that there was so many stuff to do with, but like where to start. And having that blank page was really a struggle that we needed to go to crush through. And so for that, we set up ourselves 2 main objectives. So the first one was to increase global general acculturation, grow our AI skills of like some specific people that we called builders, and to find the first successes. We needed to prove the impact. We needed to prove that the success. And so our approach was not a big bang, not like let's raise the bar for everyone, but very much to start with the builder, the people who were on the ground, saw the bottleneck, saw the visibility. I see one here, and yeah. And so in terms of our investments, we started with 1 person dedicated full-time on that job, and with Dust. Theirs was like really, how do you say, orchestral in terms of instrumental, in terms of getting our journey started. So what did we try and what did we learn in that phase? So first, and it was like very much still true, is like the hands-on help is the only way to get people started. You really need to pair those like AI skills, and AI skills don't mean technical people. It means people that are curious and that are open-minded on trying new things. But also to help go past okay, what's the last tool? What's the last LLM? Every 3 months we had like a new tool, LLM like model to try. Like once GPT was stronger, and then 2 weeks later it was like Claude Sonnet 3.5, and it was like reasoning and so on. So it was really about moving through that hype and finding the use cases. The second one was our AI Connect Week. So our largest sponsor on AI at Payfit is our CPO. And he was really fixed on having everyone understand that Payfit is going to embrace that transformation, and it was a matter of everyone seeing what's in it for them. So we had like that global like all the company week. It was set the priority. Everyone was super clear that AI transformation will affect everyone, but also to create that company-wide, like, collective emulation. It was about getting people excited all at once. And it was also a great way to spot those builders as well, because those were the people raising their hands and say, like, let's do this. And the last one, and actually this is something that is like I put ourselves an orange here. So we started that AI champion network, like everyone did at that time. And we, like, it was, in one way, it was really working well. So we found the use cases. Those people, like, super curious. They were having better ideas than us. They were challenging us in terms of, like, what's possible, what to use, and so on. But we could see that impact at scale was not taking up. We didn't see that propagation that we expecting from champions versus the builders. We're kind of stuck in that phase, and I think that's something that we didn't see straight away, but we'll go back to in a couple of slides. So all of that, what's the result? So we went from obviously 0 to 31 builders across the company. So that was like really cool to see that in less than 6 months, to see so many people in different jobs, levels, and so on, trying things. And we went from 0 to 250 assistants. And then we were like, no, but like, Julie, that's a mess. Like, how will we know that it's the right assistant? What is the last one to use? And actually, those, like, in those 250, you can see there's a really long tail. Not all of them are aimed to transform the way you work. 200 of them were tries. And I think that was the most exciting, is to see people just see what sticks. And again, another key learning that I wanted to highlight here is that at first, you could see that people were using more directly LLMs to translate, summarize, and so on, and not see too many assistants. Like, you could see the gap of usage between, like, direct LLM and things with RAG and proper prompting and proper instructions. So that's something that it was like a signal. But the biggest signal was when I heard, okay, I spent almost 6 months building that agent. It's really, really cool, Julie. It connects to Salesforce. It connects to our customer prospect base. It's linked to our product documentation. And no one's using it. Obviously, when we, like, shipped it at first, it was, like, not super reliable. And so people trying once, didn't work, never went back to it. And we were like, oh, okay, so that's something that we need to tackle a different way from what we've tried before. And so that's when we entered in a second phase, what I call the acceleration. And so again, that lasted about a year. And so here, our challenge was to scale the impact. We had the builders, we had the use cases, we had the success stories, and now we needed people to embrace it and see how that changed their day-to-day. So here, our objectives were twofold. First, increase the adoption of those existing AI assistants, and yet, in parallel, continue growing that numbers of builders, because we really, truly believed that not everything could be carried by one person or the AI champions. We needed to decentralize, like, one squad is not working the same way as then one next to each other. The platform teams, it's very different from self-acquisition. So we knew we needed to have, like, builders in almost every team. And so our focus there was really to get people on board. So, like, really the 0 to 1. So the acculturation, not the one who will have ideas, but the one who will use it and embrace it in their day-to-day. So that's when it became the priority of my team. And so we spent more time there. And also, our tools multiplied. We had Dust for everyone, but that's when we started investing in dedicated tools for software engineers, for designers, and so on. So what did we try there? We had a very different approach. And the first one to say, we need people to understand that they block time for that experimentation. We know the roadmap is packed. We have tons to do. We are always late. But we will allow everyone to take a full day every month to experiment. And so that's within product and tech. And the result is really, really impressive. It's really cool. Because actually, AI doesn't happen in books. It doesn't happen in watching the latest podcast, although it's really cool, obviously. But that's not when you see the immediate transformation. And so that really allows people to understand, like, okay, I'm an expert, I'm a product designer, I know Figma inside out, it takes me more time to generate something, to actually move beyond that and understand, like, what's in it for them. The second one is company-wide, is the AI Spark session. So every 2 months, we block 1 hour collectively across the whole company to share the success stories and the key learnings. And that's really cool because sometimes a feedback I got is that, but Julie, I'm not technical. Like, I can't build my own agents. And to see that HR is building their own and finance is also experimenting, it's a great way for them to feel a little bit of pressure, feel a bit of, okay, like, I guess I can do that too. But also to show the continuous improvement and see how we move forward, how we are building on top of it, the use cases we've shipped before. And the last one, and also something that I know we can do better, and it's not our greatest asset at the moment, is all those like static learning. We have tons. We have recording of many sessions. We've tried different architecture to make that available. You have full-on training and so on, but it's not used. On your day-to-day, you want the answer on your specific use case. You don't want to go through like the 5-module training on 360 learning. And people do forget it exists. So that's definitely something that we are still trying to tackle. If anyone has advice, like, let's discuss. So that's cool. And what's the results? So I want you to look at the, what's the color now? I changed last minute. Yes, the gray one. Remember, they were like, the sales were like, no, I'm here to close. I don't have time to wait 3.5 minutes for the agent to find contextual information about the call I have. No, I need it now. And you can see that we started with like, that's the one, our AI champion, to 80% of people actively using Dust. So here you'll see Dust only. Obviously, it's not our only tool. For example, no need to look at engineers here. It's not their main tool. But you can see still, like, even though we are dwarfed by the sales team, in product and design, we are also at 80% usage. So I would say that our mission was achieved now. But then, and that's like really cool, I heard a sentence I never thought I'd hear. A designer came to me and said, Julie, I want a cursor license. I was like, first, I need a chair. And second, say no more. And that's when I knew like we were in a very different phase, which is I don't want to work on tools anymore. I want to see workflows. I want to do things. I want for my tools to take some workload off my plate. I want to do things I could not do before. And that's like the very, very exciting phase we're in, is like to really unlock those end-to-end use cases. It's like about product building. It's not about doing your job faster. It's really about, as a squad, product designer, PM, engineering, like how do we collectively ship faster and ship better. So here, in terms of investment, I forgot, like there's many tools we use. We use Figma Make, like all the AI stuff, Mojo AI and so on. But like in terms of investments, that's something that our new bet is that we will take some time of our AI champions. Like it's going to be official. It's going to be recognized internally that it's not something we can do on the side. We need in every team to have someone who's dedicated in moving forward that needle. So we are in the middle of it, obviously, but one key learning I'd love to share with you today is that cross-functional pilot, because it was very a pivotal moment for us. My ambition when I started in June was like, okay, so no more Jira, no more Figma. I don't want to hear about those tools. Let's go lovable. We'll have only that tool, and let's see how the whole squad is working. In the end, that's not what happened. It was very much a designer-centric pilot, but that's okay. Like you spread seeds and see what's coming up. And what's coming back is that we went really in 2 weeks from, no, but Julie, I can't put that in the hand of our users. Like it's not even our logo, to actually, I'd love to push some PRs on like those front end. And that's when it was like really cool. Some of the results, obviously, 80% of active usage on Dust. Growth marketing is using Cursor. When you go on our website, you will see some pages developed by our marketing team. PMs are committing PRs. We have more and more agentic use cases, sprint preparation, shameless plug about our 4 p.m. talk on customer care. Go see Gaëtan and Alex. So that's really cool. And I would say that our main challenge for the next 6 months is to assess the right balance in governance. So we need to iterate on that AI program, AI champion program. We need to have sponsors that understand what it takes and how to set this team for success, but also set the ambition. So far, the ambition was, let's go, let's experiment. Now we want to set ourselves real targets to measure our progress. Another thing we are trying is to set up the frame. People are expected to fail. People are expected to spend money on a tool that we'll never use again. But we want that to be in a space where we know it's safe to experiment, and that's where we start. Like we launched 10 days ago our 7 AI principles. And the last one, something that will reassure the engineering team when you talk about designer pushing PRs, is to be intentional and time-bound. And that's definitely something that those constraints really help the team to make the most of it and set themselves for like measuring success. And I want to end up that talk with one thought. So when I was preparing that talk, I realized something is that we gave ourselves like an agreement, an unspoken agreement in Payfit. And that's something that LinkedIn will not tell you, is that AI fluency is messy. It's really hard. It's teams that are trying something that doesn't work. It's very uncomfortable. Like the experts, we have compliance, designers, engineers, they are experts in their field, and suddenly like they are shaken up. The leaders, they don't have all the answer. It's very uncomfortable. The AI champions, it's uncomfortable. You move as you go, like you don't have the plan. And so our agreement in the company was to say, if someone is like, a bit skeptical and say like, is it right to spend that much money in cloud code? Like really, do we need? It's like, we don't know. Let's find out. So thank you so much for listening. And I'm really curious to see what question you have for me.
Thank you so much, Julie. We have a lot of questions for you.
Cool.
All right. First one, what happened in the sales team regarding the AI adoption between August 24 and September 24?
It was very much finding the people, like the ambassadors within the ICs. And so making them try, co-build, and try again, and say like, oh, let's take your use case and let's prepare it together. And it was like diffusing by peers. So a lot of hands-on adoption, yeah.
You said shipping faster and better. Did you face engineers being against using GenAI to code faster?
To be honest, engineers, yes, but I would say designers were the most about quality, experience, and all those like subtle things that you don't see right away. And that's very much how we articulated our pilots. The key results was one, velocity, and second, quality and design system adoption for sure.
And how to avoid user fatigue when shipping so many pilots AI features?
Yeah, and actually, so that's one thing we try, and that's why decentralization is super cool, is that we don't launch, actually, I don't think we have 2 pilots in, at the same time in one given chapter. So that's something we are very careful about, but we also count on squad themselves being autonomous in trying things on their own. And so actually right now we have 2 different squads, like one led by the engineering manager and that's when like the PM is like writing all their tickets in Cursor, taking the feasibility with the code base, and that's really cool. And that's not something we are directly involved in, but the team is free to move.
Cool. We have time for more questions. With AI taking over parts of design, product, and engineering work, how are you redefining ownership within the product trio?
Ooh, that's very interesting. That's that's an agreement team by team, and you can see that most of the time it's good to have someone who's leading the experiment first. Obviously, getting buy-in from their peers, but that's really different from one team another. You can see those people who are have the use case in mind and engage the other around that. Yeah, no secrets here, I'm afraid.
And maybe you can share another secret. What secret sauce do you have to prevent the jungle of agents within the company?
The what?
The jungle of Deft agents.
We don't. And actually, so it's not true, because actually Nicola did a big cleanup of our agent, and I guess it was useful. But on my end, I was convinced we don't need, because you can say at Dust, what is the best agent for me to do that? And they give you the answer. So for me, I didn't want that maintenance to be part of the process, because it would slow down the adoption and so on. And it's easier to do a cleanup once in a while versus asking every team to have a maintenance on that. The impact is not too much. Cool.
And maybe last one, how can I manage AI costs with everyone promoting agentic PRs?
Yeah, that's exactly what we are discussing next week. I think it's about, we had a budget overall given by finance, thank you finance, that we try to use the best way. Now we know we'll have to argue for more, and for that you need to build business cases, and that's why the pilots are really helping us building what is the value, what is the ROI on those tools, but we know that that budget will be multiplied this year for sure.
Thank you so much, Julie, for your
Thank
presentation.
You so much.
Thanks.